Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into something that a lot of you might find really interesting, particularly if you're thinking about, working abroad. We're talking about new work visa opportunities in New Zealand.
Ah, New Zealand. Always a popular choice.
Yeah, and it looks like they're making it even easier to get over there and start working.
Right. So we've got this text here. New work visa opportunities for New Zealand. Discover the details. And, well, that title alone tells us quite a bit, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, that's a big word. It suggests that there's some kind of shift happening, right? Maybe more categories of visas or the requirements have changed, something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And, this discover the details part, that really emphasizes that it's not just enough to know that there are new visas. It's about understanding the specifics.
Okay, so if New Zealand has been on your radar even a little bit, this is definitely something to pay attention to. It sounds like it could be a really good time to, take a closer look and see what's what.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that's always fascinating about these kinds of announcements is you can often connect them back to what's happening in a country's economy.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so what are you thinking?
Well, if they're introducing new work visas, it usually means that they're trying to attract talent in specific areas, right? So I'd be curious to see what sectors they're focusing on.
Yeah, are we talking like healthcare, technology, maybe agriculture? Knowing that would make a huge difference for anyone thinking about applying.
For sure, because, I mean, it's one thing to know that there are new visas in general, but the real question is, do your skills and your experience align with what New Zealand is looking for?
Okay, so from your experience, what other details besides just the sectors do you think this text is likely to cover? When we talk about work visas, what else is important?
Right. So beyond just the sectors, you're definitely going to want to look into things like eligibility criteria. So, are there age limits? What qualifications do you need? What kind of work experience are they looking for? All that stuff.
The nitty-gritty.
Yeah, exactly. And then, of course, there's the whole application process itself.
Right, like what are the actual steps? What documents do you need? How long does it take?
Exactly. So, for you, the listener, understanding all these details can be the difference between, just having a passing interest and actually making a real career move.
Yeah, it's not enough to know that the opportunity exists. You need to know how to actually take advantage of it.
Right. And if we zoom out a little bit and look at the bigger picture, governments often use visa programs very strategically. They might have incentives to encourage people to move to specific regions, for example.
Okay, so maybe there are areas in New Zealand that are trying to boost their population or fill particular jobs.
Exactly. Or maybe they're really prioritizing certain professions where there's a big shortage of skilled workers. So all those details, those can reveal a lot about what New Zealand is hoping to achieve with these new visas.
It all makes sense. So even though we don't have the full text right here in front of us, I think the title alone tells us a lot. New Zealand is definitely making a move to attract more international workers.
Yeah, and that call to discover the details, that's a clear message to anyone who's interested. They're saying, look, we're open for business, but do your research, see if this is a good fit for you.
Exactly. So the takeaway here is that there are new opportunities, but knowing the details is absolutely crucial.
Yeah. So thinking about that, I guess one question you could ask yourself is, what are you really looking for in New Zealand? Like, what aspects of working there appeal to you the most?
Right, because that might help you narrow down your research, figure out which details are the most important for you to focus on.
Exactly. Are you drawn to the lifestyle? Are there particular industries that you're interested in? Are you thinking long-term, maybe even considering permanent residency? All those things, those are all part of the bigger picture.
Absolutely. So to sum it all up, New Zealand has announced new work visa opportunities.
And the key message here is that the specifics matter. You really need to understand the details to see if this is right for you.
A final thought to leave you with if you're thinking about New Zealand. What other information, beyond just the visa stuff, would be helpful for you to explore?
Yeah. What else do you need to know to make an informed decision?
That's something to think about. Thanks for joining us for the Deep Dive.
Until next time.